You guys remember last video when I said about maintaining everything and how I make it easy? Well, this old girl wanted to give me some fits. So, the Mega Cab needs an alternator, which isn't a big deal at all. These are easy to get to, and we're just gonna stop and pick one up while we're out. And this problem kind of kills. I'm looking for a key that I think I'm supposed to have somewhere for a vehicle I'm moving today. Got it. So I had been having this noise. It sounded like a pulley noise that just started within about the last week. So I was like, oh, I'll take the belt off. I'll spin all the pulleys and see which one's making noise before it lets loose and leaves me stranded. So instead of doing that, I'm in the truck, I don't know, maybe Thursday, Friday, and the lights dimmed once. I had the interior lights on, was reading something, and the lights dimmed. And before I could look at the gauges to see if the alternator wasn't charging, lights came back bright, and there were zero issues. So I went to start it up yesterday to go get lunch with my family. I came out and my truck was smoking a little bit while the alternator was seizing up, slipping the belt. So we're gonna get a new alternator belt while we're out today. But in the meantime, we've got to go pick up a load just down the road, bring it back to the house for tomorrow. It's like less than 1,000 pounds. So we're gonna use a rental truck. Not a bad looking work truck today. All right, so let me show you what we got here. Got this one bed, 10 foot, 1,800 pounds. There's some stuff in it. This C-channel is what they really needed to get moved. It's 20 foot. Got 3 straps on it, which I put 3 straps on it obviously because it's 20 feet long. I've got it wedged up against the dunnage up there and strapped down back here, and it actually hasn't moved at all. But the reason I don't have dunnage underneath of it is because this can bend and it would distort this and it wouldn't be flat for the project. It needed to be shipped flat, and I was kind of worried about that, about being able to secure it. But I've got really good down pressure on this, especially on these corners, and it's pulling up against the dunnage. Let's see if you can. Pulling up at, oh, here, it's up at the front. I got it pulled up against the dunnage. So it's not even moving anywhere. So I'm gonna go in here, probably put some different clothes on and pull that alternator off real quick and run and get a new one. Local Napa has one, and get a little bit of a discount at the local Napa on it. So it was $200.99 was the regular price. So see how much I end up getting it for. And I'm just gonna take my core in with me, so I don't have to worry about running back and forth with the core. This is about a perfect day to do this. It's about 60 degrees right now. Sweating, need to get out of the sweatshirt. But we're gonna head up to the parts store now. They've got one waiting on us. I just didn't want to mess with the core, so I wanted to get it out first and make sure I didn't see anything else. I checked the air filter. Air filter's good, so shouldn't need any other parts but a belt and an alternator. Let's head over there now and see what it's cost us. So price on that was $200.99. Now on the receipt here it says that it when I worked at the dealership, we had a couple different pricing issues, pricing schedules. You'd have price 6, which is like the highest price. Certain items get sold at price 6. Certain items get sold at retail. Certain items get sold at wholesale, depending on if you're have a wholesale account. So price 6 on this would be like $328. Regular retail would be $200.99, and I got it for $164.29. So I already had the core, and with tax 178.11, so it's not too bad for an alternator. And it was a Bosch that came out, and it's a Bosch that's going back in, same amperage and everything. So get back to the house, get this put in, get to make a cab back on the road. Well, there it is. About 20 minutes later, hear it. Hear how noisy it is. There's our issue. You all right? It's nice out here. So sometimes you run into these jobs and you could just use an extra set of hands. I got this one done, well, not done, but alternator's back in, but I was having trouble getting the belt back on. Being able to, I'll show you here, but that's well deserved. So I've got this breaker bar on the tensioner, and I've got it ratchet strapped to keep the tensioner held open. I couldn't get it on the alternator pulley with a breaker bar in here because there was not enough room. So what I did is I put it on here, ratchet this tight, went down to the AC compressor where I took it off from, so I knew it would go back on, and I put it back on down there. And what this allows me to do, keep that ratcheted. Now I can make sure everything's lined up in the grooves. I can go over here to the fuel pump, make sure everything's in the grooves, and then I can just hold this breaker bar and release that tension, and the belt will be nice and tight. I didn't need this trailer right away this week, so I went ahead and picked this up so I could piece something together with it, and that goes to New York. Right in like New York, Connecticut line, which isn't bad, but I need to piece something together with it, which they're pretty understanding with me being able to do that, because their customers are paying, LTL rate, instead of having to pay full truckload. Now sometimes they'll say, hey, this is rushed, they want this stuff now, and they will end up paying for a full truckload, but not the case on this one. I think it's just a stock. It's not an item they already have sold or waiting to install or anything like that. So we are just going to get fuel here, and $3.99, but I get 12 cents a gallon back here, which it helps, but still kind of ridiculous. And because we're in Maryland, and usually Maryland's the cheapest. I guess we'll see. We'll probably top off once we get down into Virginia today, see how cheap it is down there. But it's crazy that my biggest expense has doubled in the last year, and people don't understand or want to pay for it, but it's part of being in business. Well, everything's still riding well. All this driving for 2 pieces of C channel. Oh well. I would have liked to put that on my small trailer. I would have liked to put that on my small trailer, which is 20 foot. Product's 20 foot. But I thought I had a load coming home from down here. I've been talking to a guy for, I don't know, at this point it's probably been 2 weeks now about bringing a skid loader back from Southern Virginia, which is exactly where I'm gonna be. And I finally finalized everything with me going down here, had an accurate date, and then he just disappeared. And guess something with the deal might have fallen through, but oh well. So instead I have to rush back home today and pick up a van for a customer of mine, which the deadhead back, the van is for tomorrow, the skid loader would have been dropped tomorrow. It's all making the same money, it's just where I'm picking up. But the reason I would have liked to bring the small trailer is because I would have got a lot better fuel mileage with that trailer, instead of the gooseneck. But, oh well, it happens, I guess. these guys get on the interstate here together. Pretty nice. Couple large cars. Well, one thing that's nice is I have a Copart. I used to have a Copart, 7 miles up the road from my old place. Now I got a Copart 4 miles up the road. So we got an appointment scheduled at 4 for pickup. Thankfully, I was able to get up here quick enough. And I was thinking 4 was going to be pushing it, and I was worried I wouldn't be able to pick it up. But I got home about 2:30. So, we finally ate some lunch, and it's raining sideways out there. But we got to go get this van picked up. It's just one van, and it's for a regular customer of mine. But I don't know if it'll pick it up on the camera. It's raining sideways out there. Well, let's get it done, and we'll be done for the day. So I can only imagine how frustrated this loader's getting. This guy's got a Hellcat up on top, and he doesn't have enough room to put this other Challenger in front of that Toyota. I guess it's SUV on top in that front spot. And he's had to move everything around. He's been working with the guy for, I don't know, 20 minutes at least since I've been here. So I don't know if the guy's gonna try to back the Hellcat up some and give him some extra room. But trucks are piling up, so I can only imagine that guy's getting frustrated. And trust me, it happens. I mean, sometimes you miscalculate, or you don't get your tape measure out because you think everything will fit and you can get in a bind. But it's just getting towards the end of the day. It's after 4 o'clock now, so I can only assume that the loaders want to go home. But good news is the guy came out. There's 2 loaders running. The other loader came out and got my name, so hopefully he's going to grab my van. Just an Econoline van. So get that dropped off first thing in the morning and see what the rest of this week has entail. Alright, let's hope it fits this time. As you can tell, I'm bored. I'm dealing with paperwork. That's my trash pile. Oh, this guy was before me. He's out of here, which is nice. See if I can't get this. Is this another Challenger? That's a factory wide body Hellcat that's not wrecked. So no, that's why he's being so careful. Let's see if he's got enough room here on the Mini 5. Might do it this time. So he's good. Got it on. All he had to do was back that Hellcat back. And he's still got probably, I don't know, a foot back there if he needed to move it back farther.